Hello friends. In the previous lecture we have discussed about the basic rules of IUPAC nomenclature. Today in the today lecture we will discuss about the IUPAC nomenclature for branched chain alkanes as well as for unsaturated hydrocarbons like alkenes and alkynes. Now, what are the basic rules for the for naming for IUPAC naming of the branched chain alkanes? There are some rules. What are the rules? We will discuss them by point by point. Now, first rule is uh, now we are discussing about the rules for naming branch chain alkanes. Now first rule is longest chain rule. First rule is longest chain rule. Longest chain rule. Longest chain rule. Now select the longest continuous chain of carbon atom and this is called the parent chain. Select the longest continuous chain of carbon atom, that is this is called the parent chain, while all other carbon atoms which are not included in the parent chain, they are called branch chains or side chains or substituents. The branch chain alkane is then named as a derivative of parent chain. It may be noted that the longest chain may or may not be straight, but it must be continuous. So first rule is longest chain rule. First point is select the longest continuous chain of carbon atom. This is called the parent chain, while all other carbon atoms which are not included in the parent chain, they are called branch chains or side chains or subsequents. The branch chain alkane is then named as the derivative of parent chain, and it may be noted that longest chain may or may not be a straight, but it should be continuous. For example, we explain it with an example. For example, CH3, CH2, CH, CH3, CH2, CH2, CH3. Now we numbering it from this carbon atom 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, or from the opposite side 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and 6. So our the longest continuous chain, from when we numbering it from both the sides, we have seen that the longest continuous chain is of 6 carbon atom. So this compound, and at fourth position there is a substituent, that is a branch chain, or that is a substituent. At third position it is a we will take the lowest locant. I will discuss it later on. What is this rule? So first rule is longest chain rule. We have to select the longest chain, and in this case the longest chain is of, when we counting from both the sides, it is of 6 carbon atoms. So this compound is a derivative of hexane. This compound is a derivative of hexane. Similarly, one another example how we select the longest chain: CH3, CH, CH, CH2, CH3, then CH2, CH2, CH3. Here is again a substituent, CH2, CH3. In this case, this is a compound, it is a branched chain alkane. Now in this case, when we number this compound, we have to select the longest chain. When we take it from this side, we get 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 carbon atom. From this side, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So when we consider it as a straight chain, it is of 5 carbon atoms, but we have to select the longest continuous chain. Longest continuous chain. Now if we continue from this side, it is 1, 2, 3, continuous, 4, 5, 5, then 6, and then 7. 1 2 3 4 5 6 7. Or if we take it from this side, 1 2 3 4 5 6 7. So our longest continuous chain is like this one. This is 1 2 3 4 5 6 7. So it is, this compound is a derivative of heptane. This compound is a derivative of heptane. So we have to select the longest continuous chain. It must not be it may not be a straight, but it should be continuous. It is a continuous chain. 1 2 3 4 5 6 7. So it is a derivative of hexane. So it has substituent. They are considered as substituent at 4th and 5th position. They are considered as a substituent. So first rule is for IUPAC nomenclature of branch chain alkane is longest chain rule. First is we have to select the longest continuous chain. It may not be straight, but it should be continuous. So second rule is, first rule is longest chain rule. Second rule is rule for larger number of side chains. Larger number of side chains. Rule for larger number of side chain. Now, if two chains of equal length are possible, select the one with larger number of side chains. If two chains of equal length are possible, select the one with the larger number of side chain. For example, I explain it with an example. For example, we have a compound CH3, CH, CH3, then CH, CH2, CH3, then CH2, CH2, CH3, and numbering it like longest possible chain. Here are two possible methods. We can number it from 1 2 3 4 5 and 6. It is a 6 carbon atom compound, means it is a derivative of hexane. Then we have a substituent. If we number, we have substituent at second position, and we have a substituent at a third position, like this methyl and like this ethyl. Means in this case we have two substituent. Larger number means two substituents mean two side chains. Larger number of side chains. So this is the correct method, correct way to do the numbering of this compound, correct way. Same compounds, for example, CH3, CH, CH3, CH, CH2, CH3, CH2, CH2, CH3. We can't number 1, number 2, number 3, number 4, number 5, number 6. It is also of 6 carbon atom. Here is only one substituent. This is a substituent at third position. Only one substituent, same compound. In the first case, we name this in this way. We have total 6 carbon atom and we have two substituents or side chains. In second method, we have number from this side 1 2 3 4 5. 1 2 3 4 5 6. We have only one substituent at third position. So this is the wrong method. Correct method is first one. This is the correct way, because in this case we are numbering the parent compound in such a way that we have larger number of side chain. In this case we have two side chains with the same number of carbon atoms. In this case we have only one side chain. So this is the correct method. This is the correct way of doing the numbering of a branched chain alkane. So in this we have two substituents, in this we have one substituent, so it is a wrong method. So second rule is rule for larger number of side chain. If two chains of equal length are possible, means in both cases we have 6 carbon atoms. If two chains of equal length are possible, select the one with larger number of side chains. We select that one which has larger number of side ones, so we will select first case. So this is the correct method. So first rule is select the longest chain rule, and second is rule for larger number of side chains. Now third rule is lowest number rule. Lowest number rule means, now we always number the carbon atoms of the parent chain as 1, 2, 3, 4, etc. starting from that end, which give the lowest possible number to the carbon atom carrying the substituent. For example, now I explain it with the example. We have a one compound like CS3, CH2, CH3, CS2, CS2, CS3. Now we can number it from now we can number in this from this side 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and 6. Similar compound we can also number like CS3, CS2, CH, CS3, CS2, CS2, CS3. We can start it from this side 3, 4, 5, 6. In both cases we have 6 carbon atoms. So we have select the longest possible chain of carbon atoms. In first case we have a substituent or side chain methyl group at third position. It is at third position. While in second case it is at fourth position, same substituent. So we have to select the name the compound in such a way that the substituent carbon atom gets a lowest number. Substituent carbon atom gets the lowest possible number to the carbon atom carrying the substituent. So in first case, carbon atom carrying the substituent methyl group carries the third position, while in second case same carbon atom carries the methyl substituent having fourth position. So first one is correct and second one is incorrect. We have, that is the lowest number rule. The number that indicates the position of substituent on the parent chain is called positional number. This number is called 4 or 3 is called positional number or locant. Positional number or locant. The number that indicates the position of substituent on the parent chain is called positional number or the locant. Thus the correct locant for methyl side chain in the structure is first one. Third, lowest number rule. We have to give lowest number to the locant as a substituent. We have to give the lowest number to the locant. So here is locant is 3, in this case locant is 4. So first one is correct, second one is incorrect. So third rule is lowest number rule. Now same case we have to give lowest number to the substituents. For example, we explain it with an example. Furthermore, expand this rule. For example, CS3 CH Suppose we have this example, this compound is example. We have to select the longest chain. Now, if we select it from this side, we know this is the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and this one. Now, if we number from this carbon atom 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7, we get the derivative of heptane. This is the longest continuous chain. Now, if we see the subsequent, one is at the 4th position and one is at the 5th position. So, locant position is, in this case, is 4. One subsequent is at the 4th position and one is at the 5th position. So, locant is 4 and 5. While CH3, same compound, CH3, CH, CH2, CH3. Now, same example. Now, if we do the numbering from this side, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. One subsequent is at the 3rd position. This is 3rd position, and one subsequent is at the 4th position. So, locants are 3 and 4. In first case, we have seen locants subsequent or side chain at positions 4 and 5. In second case, we have locants at 3 and 4. So, correct numbering is second one. Here we get the lowest set of locants rule. We get the lowest number for the locants. Here the number is 3 plus 4. 3 plus 4 number is 7. Here 4 plus 5 number is total is 9. So we have to select that name in which there is the lowest number to the locant. Lowest number to the locants. Here we have set of locants. We get the lowest number to the set of locants. So this is the second is the correct method and first one is the incorrect method. The next rule. The fourth rule is name of branched chain alkanes. Name of branched chain alkanes. Now prefix the name of substituent, that is alkyl group, to the name of parent alkane and indicate its position on the parent chain by writing before it to the number of carbon atoms carrying the substituent. For example, CH3, CH, CH3, CH2, CH3. Here is the longest continuous chain is 1, 2, 3, 4. It is a derivative of butane, and here is a substituent at the second position. So we indicate the position. In position is locant is 2, and prefix is substituent. Prefixes, that is separate by hyphen. Prefixes methyl, then butane, 2-methyl butane. So prefix the name of substituent to the name of parent alkane. Here is parent alkane is butane, substituent is methyl. So prefix methyl to the parent chain butane, and in this the name of substituent is separated from its locant by hyphen. This substituent and locant is 2, they are separated by hyphen. So name of this compound is 2-methyl butane. So we name the substituent as a prefix to the parent carbon atom chain. So name of the compound is 2-methyl butane. One more example, like CH3, CH2, CH, CH2, CH3. Here is CH2, CH2, CH3. Longest continuous chain is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. अगर opposite side 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So we will number from this side 1, 2. Here is locant get third position, third, 3, 4, 5. Now at third position we have this group is ethyl. So locant is 3, prefix separated by hyphen from the substituent ethyl. Ethyl is the substituent. Then parent chain is 6 carbon atom and it is hexene, 3-ethyl hexene. So we first position specify the position. Position is third, locant is third, separated from the substituent by hyphen. We add hyphen, then substituent is ethyl, then parent carbon atom chain. So name of the compound is 3-ethyl hexane. So this is how we name the branched chain compounds. Now fifth rule is alphabetical order of side chains. Fifth rule is alphabetical order of side chains. When two or more alkyl groups or side chains they are present in the parent chain, each alkyl group is prefixed by its positional number, is arranged in alphabetical order irrespective of its positional number before the name of parent alkane. Means when we have two or more than two alkyl groups, then each alkyl group is prefixed by its positional number, is arranged in an alphabetical order. We arrange them in an alphabetical order irrespective of their positional number before the name of parent alkene. For example, CH3, CH, CH3, CH, CH2, CH3, CH2, CH2, CH3. No, numbering start from this end. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. If I number from this another side, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So here in the second method we get the locants at 4th and 5th position. So in second method we have substituent at 4th and 5th position, but in first method 1, 2, 3, 4 we have substituent at 2 and 3rd position. So first method is correct from this side, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and substituent is at the second position and 3rd positions. At second position we have methyl group, at 3rd position we have ethyl group. So we have two substituent, one is methyl and another is ethyl. Locant position, locants are 2-methyl and 3-ethyl. Now alphabetically when we see A, B, C, D, E comes before M. So first we write 3-ethyl, then separate by hyphen 2 small methyl hexene. So name of the compound is 3-ethyl 2-methyl hexene. So we maintain the alphabetical order of the side chains irrespective of the positional number. We don't see the. Similarly, in one more example, CH3. Here we start the numbering from this carbon atom. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. At 4th position we have ethyl group. In 5th position, now in this case we have two substituent. At 4th position we have ethyl and 5th position we have methyl. So at 4th position in this case we number it from this way: 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. We have lower set of locants 3 and 4. At 3rd position we have methyl and 4th position we have ethyl. So we name is first ecanes alphabetical order. We name is 4 separated by hyphen ethyl, then 3 methyl heptane. heptane. So this is the alphabetical. We have to select the alphabetical order of the side chain, irrespective of the position of the locates. Now next rule is numbering of different alkyl groups at equivalent positions. Numbering of different alkyl groups at equivalent positions. Equivalent positions. For example, now if two different alkyl groups are present at equivalent positions, the numbering of parent chain is done in such a way that alkyl group which comes first in the alphabetical order gets the lowest number. Which comes first in the alphabetical order gets the lowest number. For example, we explain it with one example. For example, this compound. In this compound, if we select the longest chain, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Opposite side, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So it is of 7 carbon atom compound, heptane derivative. Now it has two substituent. One is methyl and one is ethyl. Now if we do the numbering, in one method of numbering, we will get the third position of methyl group and fifth position of ethyl group. In second method of numbering, we get the third position of ethyl group and fifth position of methyl group. Now they are at the equivalent positions, means 3 and 5. In one numbering, methyl is at third position, and in one numbering, ethyl is at third position or methyl is at fifth position. Now we have to select that method in which alkyl group which comes first in the alphabetical order gets the lowest number. So means we have to select that rule in which ethyl group has a lowest number because it comes first in the alphabetical order. So we will select this method of numbering: 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, third position to the ethyl group. So name will be 3 separated by hyphen ethyl, then 5 methyl heptane. This is the method to correct method of numbering. So numbering of different alkyl groups at equivalent positions, we have to give select that method in which alkyl groups which comes first in the alphabetical order gets the lowest number. Now next rule is now naming same alkyl group at different position. Naming same alkyl group at different positions. For example, when same alkyl group occur more than once on the parent chain at different position, the position number of each alkyl group is separated by comma and suitable prefix such as di, tri, tetra. They are attached to the name of alkyl group. For example, CH3, CH3, CH2, CH3, CH3 and CH3. So we number from this end: 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Now here at two position we have methyl group. Again we have two methyl group, and at fourth position we have a methyl group. Same substituent at three positions. Now we specify the position of the substituent. For example, in this case, position is 2 separated by comma, then again 2, same substituent at 4, 3 times, 2 to 4, then we add hyphen, so 3 times add tri before the substituent prefix trimethyl pentene. 2 to 4 trimethyl pentene. Like same, one more example, CH3, CH2, C, CH3, C2H5, that is ethyl, CH2, CH, CH3 and CH3. So here we start from the numbering, because ethyl group, here if we start the numbering from this end, here 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. No, this is not correct, because we have two substituents at fourth position and one at second position. We start the numbering from this end, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. At third position we have third position we have two substituents. Third position we have two substituents, so we can name this compound as here is 1, 2, 3. Here we name as this compound as, sorry, in this case we have 1, 2. Now in this case we start from 1, 2. So here we see the locants. First one is 2 and second one is 4, 4. 2, 4, 4. In second case we get the locant when from this 3, 3, then 5. So we have select 2, 4, 4 because we have to see the difference at first position. At first position here is we get 2 and here we get 3. So here this is the 2 lowest locant. First we have to see the difference at the first position, 2. So here is 2, here is 3. So we have to take that method, select that method in which get the first locant at the lowest position. We get the numbering in such a way that our first locant will be at the lowest position. We see the difference between two methods. Here is 2, here is 3. So we will number from this side, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So we get at 2 position and 4th position. At 2 and 4th we have methyl group, and 4th we have ethyl group. At 4 we have ethyl group, so we write 4 hyphen ethyl, then hyphen at 2 and 4 hyphen we have dimethyl hexane. So this is the naming same alkyl group at different position. We add prefix like di, tri or tetra, and accordingly we give the alphabetical order, but they are not considered in the alphabetical order. Now last rule is naming of complex substituent. Naming of complex substituent. For example, now in case the substituent on parent chain is complex, means it has a branch chain, it is named as a substituted alkyl group by numbering the carbon atom of this group attached to the parent chain as 1. For example, we have CH3. For example, this is we explained it with one example. We start for example, this compound numbering is started from this end, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, for example this here 2, 7, then 8. Then we have a substituent at, in this case we have a substituent at 4th position, like this one. This is a complex substituent. So we also number this substituent as, this carbon is attached directly to the parent chain. We number it as 1. This is 2. Longest chain in this substituent 3. 1, 2, 3. At 2 position we have a methyl group. So we name this substituent. This complex substituent is written in a bracket. At second position we have at second position, at this position 4 position, at we see 4, then we separate it by hyphen at 4. Then substituent we have second position, this is second, separated by hyphen. We have methyl, then substituent is 1, 2, 3, 2 methyl propyl derivative, bracket close, substituent name is complete, that is 2 methyl propyl and 8 carbon atom. This is octane. 4,2 methyl propyl octane is the name of this compound. Mean the 8th rule says about the numbering of complex substituent. If we have a complex substituent, then we also number to the carbon atoms of the substituent. The carbon atom which is directly attached to the parent chain, we give it number as 1. Then longest continuous chain in this case is 3. At second position we have a methyl group, so we always write the substituent at in bracket. At 4th position we write the position where is substituent. Locant position is 4, then hyphen, then we start with bracket. It's bracket. We have second position, we have methyl, 2 methyl propyl, then bracket close. Basic is for 8 compounds, so it is a. Now these are the basic rules for IUPAC rules for IUPAC nomenclature for the branch chain alkanes. We will continue this one with further discussion of rules for the unsaturated alkenes and alkynes in the next lecture. So these are the basic rule. First is longest chain rule for larger number. We have to select the method or numbering method in which we get the larger number of side chains, lowest number to the substituent or locant rules, and in which if we have more than 2 locants, then we have to see the difference in the positions. For example, if there is a 2, 4 position, one is 3, 5 position, we have to see the difference at the first position. Means if first position is there is no difference, then we will go to the next position. 2 and 3 we have to select the 2. Then so we have to give the lowest set of locant rule. Then how we name the branch chain alkanes, we write the name of substituent as a prefix before the parent name, before parent chain, and locant position is specified by a number, then separated by hyphen to the alkyl substituent. Then next is alphabetical order of the substituent. More than 2 substituent, we write them in an alphabetical way, and preference to the which come first in the alphabetical order, we write that substituent first. The numbering of different alkyl group at equivalent positions. If 2 alkyl groups they come in the same positions, then we choose that method in which the alkyl group which comes first in the alphabetical order get the lowest position. Then next rule is naming same alkyl if groups at different positions. At say if we have same alkyl group at different positions, we specify it by di, tri, tetra according to the number of that alkyl group by specifying the positions, and the positions are separated by commas. And last is the numbering of complex substituent. If we have a complex substituent, then we also number the substituent. Number 1 from that carbon atom which is directly attached to the parent chain, then we name the we select the longest chain, and accordingly we give the number to that substituent as a alkyl group, substituted alkyl group. So this is all about the naming of branch chain alkanes. I will continue this with further some rules, by discussion of more rules about naming of alkenes and alkynes. Thank you very much. Kindly, if you like this lecture, kindly subscribe, link or share my channel. Thank you very much.